This week's Bunkai Strategies, we carry on with our list of principles, things that we apply to the technique, by just checking something very, very simple. What we noticed when we were doing the pull and impact, or pull and impact here, was that the human body moves away from pain. So you get this rotation of the body and the limb being set, or the limb being forced through. And a lot of the time what we're doing in illustrating this for you is allowing the body to move. And what you must understand is that in demonstrating it, we're leaving things out. Now the big one is stance. And the reason that we leave it out is because it applies body weight to technique. Sometimes dynamically, sometimes statically. But it applies body weight, which we really don't want to do because my body weight's considerable, right? So, when we do these, there's several ways. Firstly, by my movement, but secondly, by limiting the other person's movement. So, the simplest way of doing a limit on someone else's movement is by not allowing their foot to move. So we step on the foot and then come through here, and that will naturally prevent them from moving too far away from the pain. Interestingly enough, it will also always give us our 45-degree angle, which is then a help for this, or a help for this, or a help for this, or a help for this, depending on what it is, which technique it is you're doing. So in case you didn't see, what we were doing there was applying this, and applying this, and applying this, and applying this, with just the addition of putting this on here to prevent its movement. And it doesn't even matter which foot you get, because that could be all the way over there and still be right on, it would still be okay. It could be that it's this foot and we trap it this way while we come in here. You just have a look at your kata and see which foot goes forwards and what it gets. Now, sometimes we get people talking about it and you say, well, if you're doing, this arm does this but this leg's in front, how can that be? And what if he's got this foot in front and I'm trying to affect that and this foot is out and it can't be, well, it can be on if you just take that 45-degree line. But more specifically, if I wish to create a particular foot in front, it's easily done. Because we just bring that there and it's going to happen. If we're here, you just decide I'm going to pull over here and make that foot come around. And then I can take that and do whatever else the technique is that we're working on. It might be that I want this one in front, in which case what we do is you bring that so that that foot is in front. And then we go to work doing the technique from the particular kata that we're looking at. So changing someone's balance in order to gain a point of limitation for them can be of great assistance to us. Now, in the middle of a fight, it's all going to be rough and tumble and happening, and either you get it or you don't, but your intention is the point, so that we try to get these things if they're necessary. So, if I'm just trying to get rid of him, then I don't want to stop him. But if I'm actually going to intend to do some harm, so let's assume that it's necessary for me to do that, then from here I'm going to stop that from moving and then put that on, and then suddenly his body goes into self-preservation mode and he stops thinking about hurting me and starts thinking about how much it doesn't want to fall over, because that's vulnerable and this is going to go snap as well. Right? So we're going to cause a change in the mindset by limiting the body, and what we're going to call this principle is 3 points of contact. This is really to draw your mind to the fact that we've got two hands, but the foot's involved as well. 3 points of contact, and bringing to you the idea that we're going to limit their movement with one of our limbs. And initially, we'll talk about that being the foot.